What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I did it again, guys. I failed at vlogmas. I have a good reason though. I got really sick. Sunday, the week before Christmas, I got super duper sick. I was sick for like 8 days. That is why I did not finish vlogmas. I'm super sorry. I feel like every year I say I'm going to finish it and then I just don't. I'm really sorry. But to make it up to you guys, I am going to leave here after I'm done talking a video from my Balance and Thrive group program. It's one of my favorite videos of all time. It's actually video content from a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live that I did, but it's one of my favorite videos ever. I created this video to help people who struggle with motivation, who feel like their lack of motivation is what stops them from getting anything done, and who just in general feel like motivation is a big struggle for them, which is like most people. That's like probably the #1 complaint of my fitness clients, is that they don't have enough motivation to do what they want to do. So it's about to be 2019. It's about to be a new year. I wanted to give you guys this video to just help inspire you and get you excited for 2019 and setting your goals. And if you wait all the way until the end of the video, I have a little surprise for you guys, something that I've been working on and I'm super excited to launch. And yes, let's just go right into the video. What I'm going to be talking about today is motivation. I think a lot of times we think that motivation is like this otherworldly power that some people possess and other people don't possess, or that we must spend all of our time trying to capture it and find motivation and keep motivation, when I really feel like it doesn't work like that. And I get the question all the time, how do I stay motivated? Or what do I do when I'm unmotivated? How do I get motivated? And one thing I definitely want to point out is that motivation is basically an emotion, right? Like, it's basically an emotion. Like, sometimes we feel it and sometimes we don't. Just like sometimes we feel angry and sometimes we feel sad, and it's just basically a feeling. Motivation, it's unreliable. It's just a feeling. It's going to come and go, much like other feelings. I definitely think that the way that we think about motivation needs to change. The truth here is that if you are waiting for motivation to hit you before you do anything that you want to do, you're probably going to be waiting a very long time. If you're saying, I can't do something until I'm motivated, you may never do that thing because you may never be motivated to do that thing. So what I'm saying here is you can't rely on it. You can't say, I'm only going to do X, Y, and Z when I'm motivated, or I have to wait until I'm motivated to go to the gym. First of all, that's not true. But also, if you're doing that, it's going to take forever for you to do the thing that you say that you really want to do. And also, I should say that if you only put in effort to something, if you only go to the gym when you're motivated, if you only stick to your diet when you're motivated, you're going to not really get a good result. You're going to have very iffy results. You're going to have a very mixed bag of results. You're never going to accomplish anything great unless you happen to be motivated every step of the way there. But what are the odds of that? Very slim. The reason that most people don't have great success with weight loss goals and fitness goals is because we're relying on motivation. We're thinking, I have to wait until I'm motivated, or, oh no, I don't have motivation. What's wrong? Something's wrong. I have to get motivated in order to do X, Y, and Z. When we do that, we're waiting on something that's just not going to come very easily. So be prepared for motivation to fail you. If you're starting a new fitness plan, if you're building a new business, if you're super motivated and inspired right now to be doing something new and amazing, just understand that that motivation is going to leave you. It is going to leave you hard, and you don't know when, and you don't know why, and you can't just like call it up and make it come back, because it just doesn't work like that. It's a feeling. It's a fleeting feeling. But knowing that is kind of power, right? Like knowing, okay, motivation's gonna come and go, so when it leaves and I'm feeling unmotivated, you're not taken by surprise, right? Like you don't feel like shocked that this is happening to you. My advice to you is to have a plan for when motivation fails. Have a plan for when you have something you know you need to do and you're not feeling motivated to do it, right? You know you need to go to the gym 4 days this week or 5 days this week. You know you need to stick to your diet every day this week to get a certain result. Know ahead of time that you are gonna be unmotivated to do a good amount of that. Just know that. Know that that's okay. That's normal. The lack of motivation does not mean that you can't still do what you want to do. You don't require motivation to do something hard. It just makes that hard thing easier, right? It just makes it easier to go to the gym when you're motivated, but motivation's not the gas in your car that takes you to the gym. No, you can go to the gym unmotivated. It's harder, it's annoying, but you can still do it. So reframe your mind about the hard tasks in front of you, whether that's working out, whether that's getting to the gym X amount of times per week, whether that's eating right, and understand that thank God for the time that you're motivated, because it makes those tasks easier, but the lack of motivation does not make them impossible. This is kind of where like you have to decide within yourself this is something that's important to me. So no matter what, I'm going to put my best effort into this. I'm going to show up. I'm going to keep pushing past feelings of discomfort, because anything amazing is going to eventually be uncomfortable, right? Anything that you want to do that's amazing, like amazing stuff is hard. If it was easy, it wouldn't be amazing. Everybody would be doing it, so it would no longer be impressive, right? Like I said, be prepared for motivation to fail you. And by that, I mean have a plan. Have a plan of action of what you're going to do when you don't feel motivated. Because the truth is, you're rarely going to feel like doing it. The hard stuff that's a part of your goal, you're rarely going to feel like doing the hard stuff. You're rarely going to feel like sticking on your diet plan. You're rarely going to feel like going to the gym. You're rarely going to feel like most of these things, right? I would venture to say that that's probably the reason most diet plans don't work out. Because we start a diet plan or a fitness plan when we're motivated, right? When we're like, I just saw somebody who was super in shape and I want to be in shape like them. Or we're at the gym and we have a good workout and we're like, you know what? I'm going to get back on track. I'm going to do awesome things. I'm going to do X, Y, Z. We make these decisions out of these inspirational feelings, this inspirational motivation, and we just assume, I'm going to feel like this forever. This is going to be so easy. I'm so excited. I'm so jacked to do this, whatever thing that I want to be doing. But if you go into your situation thinking that way, feeling like I am going to be motivated this whole time and that's how this is going to work out, you're going to fail. And that's probably why you have failed every single dieting attempt that you've failed in the past. Think back to every fitness plan or every workout plan, whatever, anything that you've decided to that requires work and effort on a daily basis. Why did you fail? Most of the time, we lose motivation, so we stop showing up. Because we assume, even if it's on like a subconscious level, that if I'm not feeling motivated to go to the gym, then I can't go to the gym because I don't want to go to the gym. And so we're just like waiting, like as if we are a victim of lack of motivation, waiting for motivation to show up, thinking, how do I get motivated? That's the question that irritates me. People ask me, how do I get motivated? And I'm like, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're motivated. You can still do this without motivation. Like, you can still do hard things without motivation if you decide ahead of time, this is what I'm going to do, whether it's easy or hard. I'm just going to stick to a plan. And I don't mean to be so callous as if to pretend like lack of motivation is easy to work through. Obviously, it's not easy to work through, and that's why we all fall off our diet plans and our workout plans. But again, knowing that ahead of time, knowledge is power. Knowing ahead of time, this is eventually going to get hard, and having a plan for that, that is going to help you get past those times where the motivation is light and you feel like this is not fun anymore, I'm not excited by this, I don't have the energy for this, whatever. And this is something that I say all the time, that you have to focus on discipline rather than motivation. If you're constantly focused on, how do I get motivation? Where can I find motivation? Can I buy it at the store? Where can I find it? I need motivation. I can't do anything without motivation. You're going to be a mess. You're never going to follow through on anything because you're going to feel like you're victim to lack of motivation and that you can't do anything without motivation, which just isn't true. So much can be done with discipline if you focus on discipline. And discipline, if that's just like a weird word to you, it's just habitual things that you do that bring you to a desired result. If you're disciplined about going to the gym, you do it every single day. I have been so consistent with the gym over time that I have made it a discipline to work out. I will work out whether I feel like it or not because it's become a discipline. I no longer require motivation in order to work out because I have disciplined myself to work out regardless of how I feel, so it always happens. I don't have to rely on motivation. I don't have to wait until I feel motivated to go to the gym. I just go. And once you get used to being disciplined, once you get used to having discipline in an area of your life, it really does kind of carry you through almost like motivation does, right? You know, you get disciplined in showing up to work on time every day. Maybe the first few times you had to wake up early for work, you were like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I hate it. You keep doing it every day. You're disciplining yourself to get up early in time for work. Eventually, it's just like, it's no longer oh, this is miserable, oh, this is hard. It's really just, this is what I do. This is part of my life. This is a part of what I do on a daily basis. And so the emotions kind of go away from that situation. And that's kind of how it is for me, just using myself as an example. That's how it is for me at the gym. I don't even really run myself through the emotions of, do I want to work out? Well, I don't really feel like it right now. I'm not feeling motivated. Dang it, I have to wait till I'm feeling motivated. Like those don't even really run through my head anymore because I've gotten into the discipline of working out. And you can do that too. You really can do this with any area of your life. And so when you see people who are extremely
extremely successful, either in business or in their bodies and fitness, whatever, it's not because they're any more motivated than you. It has nothing to do with motivation. It's not like some people wake up with motivation or are granted more motivation than other people. I think a lot of people see where I've become disciplined in my life and assume that I'm motivated all the time, which is just very, very, very much not the case. I want to be lazy. I want to sleep. I want to sleep all day. That's all I want to do. But I have realized motivation, it may come and I may feel like, yes, let's do the things. Let's do everything. And that would be great. But sometimes it doesn't show up. And that's no excuse for me to not still do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And again, we're all adults here. If you don't want to stick to your diet, you're an adult. You don't have to. I'm not your boss. So that's why discipline is your responsibility. It's your responsibility. It's not motivation's responsibility to get you going and get you doing the things that you want to do. It is your responsibility to create discipline. How do you create discipline? You work it like a muscle. You know, the first time that you do heavy squats, it hurts. You can't lift very much. It's very difficult. And then you're sore for a few days. But the more that you do squats, the more reps you can do, the more weight that you can carry, the heavier the load that you can lift, until you get to a point where you can squat 100 pounds, you can squat 200 pounds, because you've worked those muscles so frequently that they're very strong and they can handle a lot. And discipline is very similar. You have to just work your discipline muscle by being disciplined. Sometimes that means just dragging yourself to the gym, kicking and screaming internally, with every fiber of your being like, I don't want to be here, this sucks so much. But you are working your discipline muscle by saying, you know what? I'm going to just drag my little baby self up to the gym and I'm going to work out even though I don't feel like it. When you train your body and your emotions to understand that your mind calls the shots, that you up here get to decide what you're doing and not just let your emotions free flowing through the day decide what you're going to do with your life and your body and yourself, your body gets used to it. Your mind gets used to it, to where, like I said, for me, the gym is no longer a struggle. It used to be a major struggle where working out was so hard to me. But because I practiced that discipline for so long, it got so much easier. And this can really be applied to any area of your life. If you're struggling with diet, if you're struggling with getting up early in the morning, you just have to make yourself do it. That's the hard truth. But the more you make yourself do it, the more it's going to become a habit and it's going to become a discipline, and it's going to be something that requires so much less energy from you. And when stuff requires less energy, it's so much easier to do it without motivation. That's kind of what I'm getting at, is that now I don't have to be motivated to go to the gym because it doesn't even require all of that mental energy from me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
All right, you guys, I hope that video was helpful for you and that you enjoyed it. Like I said, that video is part of the video content that's a part of my Balance and Thrive group program. I've talked about that before. Balance and Thrive is my 12-week group coaching program that I have started running this past fall. I'm going to be launching it again in February. I have a link below for you to get on the waiting list for that program. There's already a ton of people who are on the waiting list to have the opportunity to join that program when I relaunch it in February. If you like this kind of content and you think that that would be for you, and you would like seeing 12 weeks of that kind of video content, and in addition to the other stuff that comes with being a part of that 12-week fitness program, then click the link down below and get more information or get on the waiting list. However, that's not the surprise. I am launching an exclusive Facebook group called the LM Fitness Collective, and it is going to be so amazing. I'm so excited to be launching this. I am opening officially on January 7th, but enrollment does not open until December 31st. It may already be December 31st when I put this video live. I'm not entirely sure, but so what this is a monthly subscription membership to a Facebook group. This group is for women looking to burn fat, build muscle, lean out, and to do so in a balanced way. You guys know my message is all about having balance with your fitness routine and having balance and a happy relationship with food. And so that's going to be the focus of this group. But trust me, you do not have to trade results for balance. You can have good results and still have balance in your fitness journey and your food relationship. That's like all I've been preaching on social media for forever. And so that is going to be the focus of this group, or rather the theme, I should say, because I'm going to be giving you guys workouts every month, home and gym workouts. I'm going to be going live in this Facebook group twice a month, answering your questions, talking about common themes, common trends in the fitness community. The group's actually going to have resources for calculating your own calorie goals and your macro goals based on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. We're going to have bi-weekly challenges, different fitness challenges, including some awesome prizes. Each month month is gonna probably have a little bit of a focus on something really neat. January's focus is gonna be all about goal setting, hitting your goals, how to achieve your goals, setting yourself up for success in 2019, and I'm just so excited for this group. The cost is only $19 a month. That's going to include access to the Facebook group, access to those live videos, the monthly workout plans, the information to calculate all of your own nutrition goals, the challenges, not to mention the accountability of being in this group with me and a bunch of other women who are just like you, who are chasing their fitness goals and wanting to do it in a balanced way. So if you are somebody who's wanted to work with me in the past, but either aren't ready for the investment of one-on-one coaching or my group coaching program, or you're just not able to make that kind of financial investment, this group is for you. If you want to tackle your 2019 fitness goals with the help and support and accountability of other women doing exactly what you're doing, then you need this group. I am opening enrollment only for a handful of days from December 31st to January 7th. After that, I'm closing enrollment, closing the group up for at least a few months, so do not sleep on this, ladies. For more information, you can click the link down below. That's for the LM Fitness Collective. Get yourself signed up, get yourself in this group, and let's set some goals for 2019, get in the best shape of your life, and create something amazing. I just know this group is going to be so beautiful, so amazing. I already have a free Facebook group full of the most incredible women in the world, and it was this group that really inspired me to make this more exclusive paid Facebook group, something where I could provide so much more value, where I could be present in the group so much more often, and just create something that all women could afford and all women could be a part of. So I'm so excited. If that sounds interesting to you, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope this video overall was helpful for you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for staying with me, even when I fail at Vlogmas every single year. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!